Hey there's Monkey. We're continuing our Shogun 2 playthrough. We're playing the Oda clan on very hard difficulty. At the end of last episode, the Takeda declared war on us, and we kind of responded by claiming one of their territories and vassalizing it. We've set a trap over here down this road. Our daimyo's army is laying an ambush, and we sort of have the bait of this other half stack. So we'll see how they respond next turn. We have some ninja we're going to reposition and scout with, and then some trade we're going to look at. Then we're going to hit end turn and see how things turn out. I want to get up this way and see, okay, here's where his other army is headed. So that was the big thing. I wanted to see where this big stack was going. He's got a stack and a half up this way. I don't know if he's going to get passage through and try to hit us in Kaga, or if he's just going to bring him back down or what, but we're going to move our ninja back down this way. And then this ninja is going to... debating between trying to assassinate this monk or just skip on past him. I'll wait on that ninja for a second. We have this guy here. He's going to check out Bizan. Okay. This is one of our enemies, the Amako. Hatakeyama is soon to be one of our enemies, so we've got to be thinking ahead, because he's got a couple stacks up here, and he's going to war against the Amako, so we want to be able to keep tabs on basically everything that's going on. We're going to bring this guy up here. We're really set up to be able to kind of hit Hatakeyama while his armies are off to one end. We're going to hit him from the other end. That's going to be the plan here. We're going to swing this army around, and then we're going to swing. This other army is going to come down. Yeah. Going to come down here and pick up this guy. Okay. So my plan is going to be to bring this whole army, which is a pretty strong stack. We've got our armored and smithy, like armed troops that we're going to send down. We're going to swing around through Issei and hit Yamato here. That's the only army of note that he has at this point. That's going to be the plan with this stack. And our other stack is going to come in from the north and hit Setsu. And then I think the only other movement we have is this ninja here. Well, I guess this guy's going to stop him anyway, so... 81% chance to take out the monk. All right. And he got a skill up out of that. We've already got spies, and we've got building saboteurs, so we'll just go this route. And then we can try... We'll try to trade with the Chosukabe.
I do not wish to listen to you, but
okay.
Politics makes for strange, and sometimes...
We'll take it. We'll take whatever trade we can get from people at this point, just to try to get whatever income we can.
We are not enemies.
And then I think that's it. Our ports are full. Maybe I should have weighed that against... I don't have enough ports at this point to get more trade out of people, but that's okay. We got a little more income. And I think that's pretty much it. We've moved all the armies we can. I'm not going to move these guys as yet. I just want to make sure that recruitment's going. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna keep recruiting till the... Well, not till the money runs out, but... Oh yeah, let me shrink this map down. Oh. Ooh.
of our sea trade
Okay.
routes is under attack from an enemy fleet. Without intervention, they will continue to...
Well, that was as I was concerned about him cutting up through Echu. I guess he must have he either declared war against Hojo to get through, or he, bartered for passage. But we don't have a general here, but we do have a pretty sizable, our keep's an okay size. I was actually thinking about upgrading it another level. So we do have a garrison of 4 here on top of our army. So it's going to depend on whether he's bringing that whole stack and a half up here or not. We're going to recruit 2 long Yari here, and then this guy gets to level up, so... We're just going down this route. Well, that was the alternative. Like, I had thought about bringing my general back up this way, which I'm kind of regretting that I didn't do that this time, but... But we do have this ninja here that we can get up to and sabotage his army. That will give us potentially some time for recruiting. Yeah, 63% chance. It's going to cost us 1,000 gold, but let's get up. We'll get up right next to him first. Okay. Well, he's moving his stacks, but he's not going to have... He won't have a whole... I don't know if he can get to a stack and a half or not. Let's see what he's got in here. Pretty well trained, but not a lot of bows. Okay. I don't think we can get... We may not be able to get all the way up to his keep. Maybe we can. No, pretty close. I think what we're going to do... Here, let's try this. I thought maybe it would give us enough, but it doesn't. It's okay. We're gonna end up popping our daimyo out to hit him, I think. Although he's probably gonna retreat this army. So there's that. But that might cause him to bring his main stack back down this way. Yeah. Okay. We have better odds of shorting out this stack here, and then we just sort of have... We don't really have to worry about needing a general and keep defense because everybody who's inside the castle, they won't run anyway. They won't break. So I think if we only had to fight one stack, we can probably pull that off. Let me just double check what his diplomacy with the... well, I don't see anything. I don't see anything of note. So he must have just gotten military access through the Hojo because he's at war with them. I guess that's why. So he could just walk through his territory. Well, that makes sense. Well, I guess we're going to try to stop this army here. Great. So, I guess we'll see how it goes. And then we've already got recruitment going here. Yep. The other thing I could be doing is, again, backtracking with my general here. This may be the situation where we end up having to pull our army from Inaba. We were going to hold this keep for a bit, you know, make profit off of it and kind of hold this position to see how the Takeyama fare against the Amako over here, and then decide what we're going to do with this army. But I think we may need to pull them back sooner. This is like a bit of a song and dance here. We don't have any movement left in any. Well, we do have a little bit of movement left in this guy. I guess he could. I think we could. Means we could pop him into this army. No, it's all right. He can still support in case we get hit by this. In case his stack comes back. That's a lot of samurai, but we'll see if they come back at us. So 2 turns and he would almost be at the keep. 2 turns and he would be able to support that keep for sure. And this guy, more than 2 turns to get there. So we're going to bring this general back. Yeah, that just makes the most sense. I mean, we may do well. We may, like, hold them off really well and wreck them. Or we may lose the keep completely. I guess we'll find out. But we also can't pass through Hojo's lands from this end. So all the troops we send up here, unless we go to war against him, I don't know. I'll sort it out. I'm not going to speculate at this point. Actually, I will bring... It's going to take him to get around here. That's too many turns. We'll bring him down here. Continue this plan. Oh, I don't want them exempted. That's too bad. Cost me a little bit of money. It's okay. Yeah, we'll run the trade port. Well, I'm going to keep moving this army around to this location because even if we do go to war, like he may leave, we'll get down in this location and decide whether or not we're going to go to war against Hatakeyama or not. And we also have this Kitabatake may end up bringing his army over with us as well. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. I think that's pretty much it. We don't have any trade to deal with. We've got recruiting going on. And I guess we're just going to see... Oh, they chose war against the Kiso. Yeah, they're coming up for here. Okay. Well, I guess this is where it all goes. Kind of solves our problem for being able to get through Hojo's lands. Okay, great. So defeating Hojo, I got 3 years basically to defeat a Hojo army, and that will give me some good line of sight. This is a small army. I mean, we have a small army too. It's their small army versus our small army, so there's that. Those are just... looks like they're just ships, so... not really bothered by that, but now I definitely am not going to war against Takeda, not with both these guys as my enemies. So he's grouped up all of his armies since I think since we managed to knock out that half stack. Now he's got 2.5 stacks he's going to have to bring against Kaga. Yeah, this is going to be quite a thing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to... because I think I can get him to turn around. If he doesn't turn around, we're going to be going after his main province. Okay. Pop him back in here. On one hand, we can easily take this, and I don't really care if I destroy the gates. On the other hand, we want to limit our losses, but I'm just going to auto-resolve it and see how that goes. I'll just quick save it in case I don't really like the results, but being that we're going to vassalize this province anyway, it doesn't matter a whole lot, unless, of course, they treat us really bad with the auto-resolve, which it's not. We took some losses, but I think I wouldn't have expected. Okay, that gives us a vassal. Reminds me too, I did update. What's his trait? -7 campaign movement. Oh, probably because I haven't been moving around. Like keeping someone in a castle town with a sake den tends to give you that penalty. It's too bad. All right, back over here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna shrink this map down. We're gonna put the bows inside, and we're gonna take the... We'll swap like that. Okay. That's pretty solid now. And then we could try... Try sabotaging an army again. I think depriving him of one of his 2 stacks. 63%. Yeah, they're both 63%. I mean, this is a success for sure, but he would still have 2 full stacks to bring against us. But if we can take out one of the tall stacks and keep him at a stack and a half. Yeah, we don't have enough movement on our assassin to get to him. All right, we'll try the... Wait, let me double check what he's got here. Yeah, way more Yari Samurai. Although this guy definitely has the better... Well, the better trained bows, I suppose. But he only has 3 bow units. That's not enough for him to really be much of a threat. There's a lot of Yari Samurai here. We'll try this army. Nope. All right, well. I guess I'm going to have to swing this army around this way. That would make the most sense, just in case he's got another army that he's following up with. I don't see one. He's got somewhat of a stack over here, but... In fact, what's he got going on? Just a bunch of Metsuke. I don't know. Alright, well, we're definitely not going to be hitting the Hatakeyama at this point. I don't know if we can get passage through the Shogunate. That would let us get our army over there a lot faster. I'm not really sure if we can do it.
You listen, but you do not invite it to take tea. Speak.
Okay. I don't see their armies running around anyway, but as long as they give us 5 turns of access, sounds great. And then the problem is if our army leaves this province, we're not going to be able to be collecting taxes on it right now. And it's quite possible that Hatakea is going to attack us anyway, but I'm just going to pop him out. And then actually, let me think about that. Yeah, that's fine. It's still balanced. We still have enough. Okay. I was mistaken. So we do have enough control here. For now, we do have... thought we had like a happiness bonus, but that's gone. So it looks like that's all cleared up. And then... just to cover... got a sun, so that's good. Oops, not that one. Oh yeah, that was that army we attacked. Yeah, so this might be an issue with Totomi, but we'll see how it goes. We've got an army on the move. We might lose a province. I think that's pretty much all we have for movements. We already emptied those out. Yeah, that's it. Well, he's got lots of bow samurai. That's kind of the issue here, but I'll pause it. Okay, well, I guess they chose to attack in the fog, which doesn't do any favors for their bow samurai, so... Somewhere this way. We're just gonna have to try to keep ourselves at the back of the keep. Try to get them to commit to climbing. Oops, somewhere over here. Bows, Yariashigaru, yeah. I mean, I suppose we could run out and fight them, but that... But if we get them climbing, I think that would probably be better. No, they're climbing. At least this group's climbing. Ooh. Kind of want these bows over here to climb.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord.
All right, we'll send our samurai out to fight them there. Oops, I did not want them on the wall. Our retainers seem to be doing okay.
My lord,
Yeah.
a glorious victory will soon be yours.
All right, lots of fighting. Lots of fighting. We're going to switch to... We're not going to do monk actions. We don't even have any monks. We're going to switch over to tax reform. Mainly because we need the money. I mean, that's going to help shore up our internal taxes, right? Once you start losing trade from Realm Divide and stuff like that, and you have to revassalize some of your vassals. So just to kind of give us that stability, that extra 5% is going to give all of our provinces that we're currently taxing more money, particularly our wealthier provinces that we have the Metsuke in. So that's the best decision, I think, right now on the Way of Chi side. On the Bushido side, it would probably be the +1 expertise, +1 experience for all spear-wielding recruits, since we have lots of spear-wielding recruits, but that's also like for new ones. And while we are still actively recruiting, eventually that's not going to mean it's going to take us 8 turns to even get that done. And I would rather get this tax reform shored up a little more quickly, just to give us more more income on that side of things. We're just going to pop out and finish these guys off. We already got the achievement or whatever you want to call it, but we're just going to pop out and finish those guys. And then we have them pretty solidly outmatched. I'm just going to auto-resolve this. See if we can maybe get a general triggered off of it, like a promotion. No. And then I think we're just going to bring these guys down here. Although he does have... So his army's disappeared, but they're somewhere... I don't know. They disappeared somewhere over here. See if I can find them. Interesting. Well, apparently I can't. Not sure how a ninja can't track down an army, but odd. They definitely are, like, right here. He's trying to reverse ambush me. Which is too bad, because if I could take out this province right here, like if I could, because obviously I have the movement on my daimyo right now, but if I could take that province down, that would kick them out. But since they're sitting here somewhere in this area, waiting to ambush me coming in to that province, it's not really going to work very well for me. I checked out the encyclopedia. For some reason I thought if you had a ninja in your army, it would detect the stuff. I'm going to, hold on a second, again. Okay, I'm pretty sure his armies are stuck down in there. We can hit... See, if we come in through this way, we're going to get ambushed for sure. I don't know if we're going to get ambushed coming in from this direction. But we also... I mean, that looks like we have enough movement to get there, but I'm gonna pop in... Let's swap in a general. I mean, he supposedly has enough movement to get there, too. Let's swap him in with... that way. And see if we can do this. See if we can kick his armies out. Or trigger... Interesting. He's got lots of guys. So we can either keep this siege, in which case he's going to have to hit us next turn. Let's continue the siege. We can't get this reinforcing army over here fast enough, but now well, I guess if we sabotage one of his armies, we can take them out from reinforcing, and then we could bring our armies in. I think that's how it would work. I think if they're out of movement, like I think if they're sabotaged, they can't reinforce. I guess we can find out. All right, let's try this. Here's what we're gonna do. We can't get troops there fast enough for support, but that's okay. Presumably it'll be our 2.5 stacks versus his 2.5 stacks. That's going to be a serious battle. Let's take care of the rest of the stuff first. This is enough army that we could actually go in and take out Suruga, although I don't know, how easily that would be done. And this is a solid... I think we can pick up this one unit, which is, he's kind of a chump, actually. We're just going to stick him back in the castle. And then just go back to recruiting regular Yari. Move these bows here. And I think we're going to swing this army around. Oh, yeah, I see. They had better movement when this group wasn't in their way. That's all right. We'll bring them up to here. I think that will give us enough distance to actually close and take out Etchu if we want to. Okay. Let me lay this out. Since these are all reinforcing the keep assault, if we rush and take the keep, take the Tenshu, then they lose the battle. We don't even have to beat all three of those armies out in the field. They would just lose. And that would mean that they would get kicked out. I don't know if they would get kicked out to here, which may be the case. They would quite possibly get booted to here, and I don't know if they would be booted to there with reduced movement or what. It's quite possible, too, that they may be booted. I definitely know they're booted out of this province. They wouldn't be booted into this province because that's another. I think they would be sent back to their territory. Either their territory or territory that they could be placed into, which Etchu would qualify. So I kind of want to find out. But I also kind of want to destroy as much of their armies as I can, because I don't necessarily want to boot them to Kai and have them come rushing back in from Kai as far as that goes. That said, if we owned this province and they were booted out of the way, if they were booted to here, we have this army here already, and we could definitely get these two armies over to this location. Maybe not here, so we would probably lose this army. But if they get booted over to here, which we should be able to figure out pretty easily, then we could maybe set an ambush for one of their armies in a future turn. I don't know. I'm going to think about this for a second. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to sabotage one of these three armies. Probably the Daimyo's army, because he's got lots of Yari Samurai in it, and that'd be a good one probably to sabotage. Also because I have a really high chance of doing it. 63%. So my army... So my army sabotage ninja is going to try to sabotage that army. If they fail for some reason, I may take my assassination ninja and again try to sabotage that army to get them down to basically like a 1.5 stack group. Basically, by sabotaging that army, it shouldn't be able to support the other two armies. I will then bring my 1.5 stacks over and fight his 1.5 stacks in the field, just to try to lay waste to as much of his troops as possible, because in an even fight, my 1.5 stacks versus his 1.5 stacks, I'm going to win, mainly because even though he's got some skilled, his bows, his Yari Ashigaru, for example, are 9752. That's morale, melee attack, melee defense, and armor. So 9752. My worst Ashigaru is 14962. Now, he only has 2 armor, but I have a bunch of Ashigaru that have 4 armor, and even some that have 6 armor, which is actually 1 more armor than Yari Samurai. So, and I have some of those in both of these long Yari in both of my armies. I'm not worried about that exchange on a straight up situation. Him having a whole extra 20 units to throw at me is going to be problematic. So we're going to try to eliminate one of those armies It doesn't matter which one of these two stacks we eliminate. As long as we get one of them to stop reinforcing so I can bring my armies in and hit the other stack, then we'll have an even up fight, a big even up in the field battle. If that fails, then I'm just going to lay siege to this castle and try to rush the Tenshu to kick all of them out. But hopefully that succeeds. We knock out all of his forces in a field battle, and then I, take over this keep, turn into a vassal, boot the other army out wherever it gets booted to. It doesn't really matter, because if I can manage to wipe out more than half of his forces, that will pretty much take him out of play. We'll be able to finish cleaning him up. That's my plan. And I'm going to execute that plan next episode. So, thanks for watching. A little bit of a build-up, but you got to have a reason to check out the next episode to see how it turns out. I hope you appreciate my time. I always appreciate your time. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll see you next episode for a crazy exciting battle, I hope. Take care.